Hey y'all, welcome to KP. I'm just a helpless romantic who's discovered the greatest love she's ever known, and I thought I'd share. One of the nuggets Abba gave me. I've been trying to get the video out for a minute, man. Oh my gosh. One of the nuggets that Abba gave me was these bubbles. Okay, my girl likes bubbles. My little shorty, she likes bubbles. So we come outside and we build the bubbles all the time. Very nice day. Um, Felt really good. The wind was blowing, and I was blowing the bubbles. But eventually I'm out of breath. So I'm like, okay. Um, I begin to wave the wand. You know how you do like little wand bubbles or whatever. I begin to wave the wand. So when I did that, um, I then took the bubbles and I'm like, okay, you're getting more bubbles or whatever. But then as I'm blowing or as I'm waving the bubbles, the wind starts to kick in. So I'm like, you know what? I take the wand and I dip it in the bubbles or whatever, and then I let the wind blow it. And tell me why there was like almost like instantly triple, quadruple, 100 times more bubbles. And I'm just like, whoa, what is that? And so I hear Abba whisper, and he's just like, see what happens when you're in alignment, and see what happens when you allow my power and what I do to take over. And as I was doing it, I was like, oh, this was like a revelation. But then it was like the wind almost changed direction. And he said, you have to always be in alignment. You see where I'm not always in the same place. And you see where you have to be in alignment to get that many bubbles. And then you see where you blow it and it's not as many bubbles. It's not as accurate. It's not as much. I said, oh, sorry, these cars. I said, oh my gosh, with the revelation, on that one blew my mind. I don't think I explained it the way that he like put it to me, but it was just like, I'm blowing the bubbles and I'm out of breath. I begin to use the wand method and just going like this, and there's more bubbles. But as soon as I put it in the right spot, in the right place, the wind kicks in and it's blowing the bubbles. Like you just see so many bubbles just going all over the place. And then like once the wind stopped, okay, it stopped. But then you saw where the wind kind of changed, like it was coming from one spot, now it's coming from a different spot. And so you change direction because you have to be in alignment in order to get that same flow. And then in getting that same flow, understand you got to be in the alignment, you got to be in that to get that flow. But understand that if you're not in alignment, it's not going to be the same. Understand, if you're doing things in your own power, it's not going to be the same. Doing things in your own power, or doing things in the way that you want to do them, opposed to allowing God to do them, is going to be what gets you kind of caught up. And with that, sorry, outside, y'all. With that, you have how you say, I can't remember the verse. I cannot remember the verse. It was, I can't remember the verse, man. I can't remember the verse, man. I think it's in John 14, 15, or John 15. I'll find it and I'll figure it out. But the point is that the verse was talking about that you can't do anything without me. And that's what really sprang out to me. Like, even how he recalled it, I feel like this was like a nugget that he gave me a while ago. But recently I've been hearing the John verse, and it's just explaining how you cannot do anything without me. And it's like God saying, you cannot do anything without me. So it's like, whoa, hold on. That really puts it into an even better perspective, bringing the revelation a little bit deeper. Just that you cannot, it's not going to come out the same. It's not that you can't do anything, but it's not going to be something that's, you know, approved, stamped, and has like God power behind it. It opposed to if you partner with God and you allow him to do his will, and you are aligned with him to allow his power to be like you getting it's immaculate. It's like you're getting all of the stops. You're getting all of the stops. And it's like, oh, but yeah, I thought I'd share that little nugget because it was like it was on my brain, and I thought he was telling me to share, and I figured I'd share, especially because it's taken me like I feel like 3 or 4 tries to try and record this video to get it out. So I feel like it needs to be out. Maybe somebody will get free, or somebody will, you know, see a little bit of perspective here, because that's the whole point. Kingdom perspective, KP, just to give you a little bit of perspective of looking at things a different way. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It doesn't mean that you're right. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It just means that there are different ways to look at things, and there are multiple ways to look at the same thing. And so, with that being said, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope that explanation wasn't too chopped up, because the way that he explained it to me, it was just like, it was mind blowing. And, you know, the way I explained it, I don't think it resonated as good. But hopefully, you know, you guys got it. But yeah, have a good day.